The Valley. Jax Taylor shocks with message about dead father. Jax Taylor, one of reality television's most polarizing figures, has never been shy about putting his emotions on display. From his early days on Vanderpump Rules to his newest venture on The Valley, Jax has built a reputation around his raw, unfiltered personality. But recently, even his most loyal fans were taken aback by a deeply personal and unexpected message about his late father, which surfaced in a way that has left many stunned. In the latest episode of The Valley, Jax opened up about the grief he continues to wrestle with years after his father's death. Known for his bravado, sarcasm, and often controversial antics, this vulnerable side of Jax has rarely been seen to such an extent. The conversation sparked a whirlwind of reactions, revealing layers of emotional complexity that fans and critics alike weren't prepared for. A message that stopped everyone in their tracks. What made Jax's message so shocking wasn't just the emotional weight behind it, it was the raw, candid way in which he delivered it. During a particularly tense and reflective moment on the show, Jax addressed his father directly, speaking into the camera as though it were a one-on-one conversation. His words weren't rehearsed or polished. They were jagged, emotional, and brutally honest. "I still don't know how to live without you," he said, his voice cracking slightly. "Everything changed the day you left, and sometimes I don't know who I am without your guidance. I act like I've got it all figured out, but deep down, I'm lost without you." This emotional outpouring caught many off guard, especially since Jax is often known for deflecting serious emotions with humor or confrontation. To see him strip down those defenses and speak openly about the void his father's death left in his life marked a turning point, not just for his character on the show, but for how the audience views him as a person. The pain that never fully healed. Jax's father, Ronald Kochi, passed away in 2017 after a battle with cancer. At the time, Jax shared tributes and social media posts mourning the loss, but quickly returned to the chaos of his public life. Many assumed he had moved on or buried the grief beneath layers of his usual bravado. However, his recent statements reveal a different truth, that the pain never went away. If anything, it's been quietly shaping his decisions, his relationships, and his behavior ever since. He admitted during the show that he still dreams about his father, and that he often wonders what advice he would offer during life's toughest moments. "I think about him every single day," Jax confessed. "I wonder what he'd think of me now, especially as a father. Would he be proud? Would he tell me to slow down, to be more present? I'll never really know." That yearning, for approval, for guidance, for connection, was palpable. It underscored not only the loss of a parent but the loss of a moral compass Jax often alludes to when reflecting on his past mistakes. The impact on his own fatherhood journey. Perhaps the most profound aspect of Jax's message was how it intertwined with his current role as a father. Since welcoming his son, Cruz, with then-wife Brittany Cartwright, Jax has often talked about wanting to be a different kind of man, someone his child could look up to, someone better than the man portrayed during the most chaotic Vanderpump Rules years. But in his message, Jax admitted that not having his father around to witness this new chapter in his life has been one of the hardest parts of fatherhood. He never got to meet Cruz, Jax said, his eyes welling with tears. "That kills me. I wanted him to see me do better. I wanted him to see that I finally got it right. But he's not here, and that's a wound that never really heals." His words were especially moving because they hinted at an internal struggle many parents face, the desire to prove themselves to the ones who raised them, to make them proud in ways that feel deeply personal and impossible to measure. Fans react, from sympathy to shock. Social media lit up following the emotional moment, with fans expressing everything from heartfelt empathy to astonishment. Many who had previously viewed Jax as merely a villain or reality TV bad boy were suddenly re-evaluating their perceptions. "I never thought I'd cry watching Jax Taylor, but here we are," one fan wrote. "That message to his dad was the realest thing I've seen on TV in a long time." Others noted how the moment brought an unexpected depth to The Valley, a show still in its early stages of development but already carving out a space as more emotionally nuanced than its predecessor. "Jax showed us the man behind the chaos tonight," another viewer tweeted. And it made me realize how much grief and love can shape a person, even if they don't show it. Of course, not everyone was swayed. Some viewers accused Jax of using the emotional moment for sympathy or as a calculated move to reshape his public image. But even the skeptics had to admit that his message felt raw and deeply personal. A life still defined by loss. In many ways, Jax's life has been a long, public wrestling match with loss, not just the loss of his father, but the loss of innocence, direction, and self-control at various stages of his adult journey. He has admitted to struggling with anger, impulsivity, and insecurity, often tying those issues back to unresolved emotions and the pressure to live up to expectations, real or imagined. Losing his father seems to have amplified all of those internal battles. He spoke during the show about how it triggered a spiral in his behavior, pushing him toward bad decisions and emotional isolation. "I lost my anchor," he said. "I didn't know how to deal with it, so I just started spiraling. Drinking, lashing out, hurting the people who cared about me. I was trying to fill a hole that can't be filled." Those admissions felt like the beginning of a long overdue reckoning, not just with grief, but with identity. Who is Jax Taylor without the mask? Without the drama? Without his father's voice in his head? It's a question he seems to be asking himself more and more. Brittany Cartwright's quiet support. While Brittany Cartwright and Jax have faced well-publicized marital struggles, leading to their current separation, she played a subtle but crucial role during the emotional episode. Though not heavily featured in the moment, her presence was felt as a source of calm and understanding. Sources close to the show have said that Brittany has always encouraged Jax to speak more openly about his grief, believing it to be a key factor in his emotional volatility. She has often cited the death of his father as a pivotal moment that changed him fundamentally, some would say for the better, others for worse. She knew that grief was eating him alive, a close friend shared off camera. She wanted him to face it, not bury it. And I think that message he gave to his dad was his way of finally doing that. Whether or not their relationship will survive is uncertain, but Brittany's influence in helping Jax reach this emotional breakthrough is undeniable. A new chapter for Jax? As the valley continues, viewers are wondering whether this emotional milestone represents a lasting transformation for Jax or just a fleeting moment of vulnerability. The truth is, only time will tell. But what's clear is that something shifted during that emotional scene. For perhaps the first time, Jax didn't seem to be playing a role.